The echo chamber. Oliver held the dusty recorder in his hand, its worn buttons glinting in the dim light of the old house's attic. The device felt oddly heavy, as if carrying the weight of all the voices it had ever recorded. Jade watched, unimpressed, as Oliver brushed away cobwebs and clicked the first button on the recorder. A crackling sound emerged, followed by a distorted, eerie voice whispering something unintelligible. Oliver and Jade shared a nervous glance as the voice faded into silence, leaving the attic thick with tension. "It's just static," Jade muttered, but her voice held a tremor that betrayed her unease. Oliver smirked, intrigued rather than frightened, his fingers hovering over the play button again. Ethan, the local detective, had warned them about exploring the abandoned house after dark. But curiosity proved stronger, and Oliver had convinced them that they might uncover something fascinating. As Oliver pressed play once more, the recorder suddenly emitted a clear voice, a woman's panicked last words. The voice spoke of shadows closing in, of feeling watched, and then it was abruptly cut off. Jade flinched, goosebumps prickling her skin as the voice echoed through the room. Ethan, intrigued by the device, agreed to help them investigate its origins the next day. Oliver became obsessed, repeatedly replaying the recording, hoping to discern hidden clues. Jade grew wary, noticing the way Oliver's eyes darkened each time he heard the voice. "It's just a recording," she insisted, but something in her heart told her it was more. The next night, Ethan joined them in the attic, looking at the device with skeptical eyes. He carefully examined it, his brow furrowing as he noticed faint engravings on its side. The words read, "Echoes of the lost shall repeat, and those who listen shall pay." Ethan's face grew grim as he shared tales of unsolved disappearances linked to the old house. Each missing person's last known words eerily matched those recorded by the strange device. The realization hit them hard: the recorder captured final moments, and perhaps even foretold them. Oliver couldn't resist, he pressed play again, eager to hear more from the mysterious voices. This time, a new voice filled the attic, a man gasping, begging for his life before silence. Ethan clenched his fists, unnerved by the specificity of the terror captured in the recording. Jade backed away, her heart pounding, sensing the device was no ordinary piece of machinery. She pleaded with Oliver to stop, fearing the device was leading them into something sinister. But Oliver's curiosity was unstoppable, as though the recorder itself whispered to him. He convinced Ethan to investigate further, hoping to uncover the device's origin story. They visited the local archives, unearthing faded records of murders near the old house. Each unsolved case seemed tied to whispered last words, strangely familiar from the recordings. Jade grew more disturbed, wondering if they were doomed to hear echoes of their own fates. Oliver's obsession deepened, his sleep haunted by the chilling voices he had unearthed. One night, alone in the attic, Oliver pressed play, hoping for answers, but heard only static. A flicker of disappointment crossed his face, but then a new voice broke through. This time, it was his own voice, trembling, describing the shadows around him. Shocked, he dropped the recorder, its crackling sound filling the dark attic with dread. When Jade and Ethan arrived, Oliver was pale, the horror of hearing his own words overwhelming. Ethan tried to convince him to destroy the recorder, but Oliver couldn't bring himself to do it. The device had become a part of him, its dark allure too strong to ignore. Jade, however, grew increasingly determined to end the recorder's hold over them. She grabbed it, intending to smash it, but Oliver wrestled it back, desperate to keep it intact. Their scuffle caused the recorder to switch on, capturing their heated whispers and breaths. Suddenly, the recorder emitted a new voice, a future voice, whispering of betrayal and blood. Ethan stepped back, realizing the device was not only reliving the past but predicting their futures. Frantic, they watched as the recorder played out their whispered fears and dark thoughts. Jade's voice echoed, speaking of ending the cycle, followed by Oliver's plea to understand it. Ethan's voice warned of danger, as if foreseeing the violence the recorder would inspire. Panic set in as they realized they were trapped in a loop, the recorder dictating their every move. Jade, desperate, grabbed a hammer, ready to end the nightmare once and for all. As she swung, the recorder emitted a scream, one that sounded eerily like her own. She hesitated, the horror of possibly hearing her death paralyzing her in place. Ethan took the hammer from her, smashing the device with a single, resolute swing. The recorder shattered, its pieces scattering across the attic floor in a final hiss of static. Silence fell, broken only by the sound of their ragged breaths as they stared at the fragments. The weight lifted, but the room still felt haunted, filled with the echoes of lost voices. Oliver, shaken, finally realized the danger of delving too deeply into dark mysteries. They left the attic, carrying the burden of memories that would haunt them forever. Though they'd destroyed the recorder, the echoes of the past and future would always linger.